Beautiful people. How you doing? Today's topic is going to be trusting in God and what that necessarily looks like. Now, I know a lot of people tend to think that when they become like a Christian or whatever religion they decide to join into, that their life is just going to change dramatically or something crazy is going to start happening. But most of the time, that's not the case. See, you're going to go through a lot more challenges. You're going to deal with a lot more difficult things because the thing is with God is like, He's there to be our rock and our strength and to lead us and guide us through all these different situations. Now, you're going to experience hard times. I mean, that's just life. That's just part of it, depending upon what you're doing. You're going to experience those hard times. Life isn't going to be all peachy and all happy just because you started to trust in God or start to believe in Him. But I'm telling you right now that those challenges and things you deal with is only going to make you stronger. They're going to make you more accustomed to dealing with hard things so that you can overcome them easily and you can be a blessing to somebody else. Because I'm telling you, God allows us to go through certain things so that He can bring us out for His glory. And then we realize that it was Him that brought us out in the first place, and then we're able to help somebody else out that's dealing with that same situation or a situation similar to it by letting them know what we did, that we trusted in God, giving them strength to know that, hey, it's hard right now, but you will overcome it. But right now, you just got to deal with the uncertainties and not even knowing if it's going to come to pass or not. Whew. And you see, one of the hardest lessons for me, especially when it comes to trusting in God more and trusting the process and letting Him lead and guide me, is still having to deal with those situations thinking that it's always going to go my way every single time. You see, one thing I've learned is God will allow you to deal with certain things and not let it go your way because He can either be saving you from a situation that you didn't even know about in the first place, or it's just a no from Him. And that's okay. God doesn't do things to not be in our best interest. He actually wants to see us succeed. He wants to see us grow. He wants to see us do amazing things, you know? But you're not always going to have your way. And that was one of the hardest parts for me, especially being a Christian and really getting serious about my relationship with God. It was like, dude, I expect things to just go my way now. Now I all of a sudden have this favor that everything I try is just going to work. And there's times where it does. There are times where it does, but then there's times where it doesn't. And it's like, it's the most frustrating thing ever because you just expect everything to work out the way that you want it to. Just like when you're in a workout, you think, okay, I got 2 plates on the bar. Easy work. I saw somebody else do it. I can easily do this as well. And sometimes it does not go your way. And sometimes it does. But with God, it's like He always has your best interest at heart. It just won't always be what you think it's supposed to look like. And it won't always be in your own timing because His timing is way faster than we could possibly even imagine. And 1 year to Him is absolutely nothing. But to us, it feels like forever. But I don't know if you guys have been realizing or not. You see how fast time goes by and how fast these years have been moving. I'm telling you, time's already moving fast. You're in your prayer, like whatever your prayer is. I'm telling you, there's been an instance to where it's like, dude, I'm actually in this prayer. I'm living through it. I prayed for times like this, and I asked God to give me strength or wisdom or something, and He's giving me these challenges that allow me to gain that strength and that wisdom. I'm literally living in my prayer, even though it isn't what I think it's supposed to look like. And I'm gonna be extremely transparent with you guys, like I did in that last video, dude. There's been so many times where I've went to go get a haircut or do something where I'm surrounded by a lot of people and I'm not able to show my account. Like the barber would be right behind me giving me a crispy fade. And I'm like, dude, I cannot let them see the amount of money I have in my account because, like, when you have to pay them right then and there. I just started paying them ahead of time. I'm like, dude, I'm not even going to deal with it in the first place. I'm just paying them ahead of time. It's like there's so many people that can relate to that because we all relate to it in a specific way. It's like we're embarrassed because no matter how much money you have in your account, you're always going to want more, or you're going to feel like there's always something else for you to get or try to strive for. I don't know if a lot of you are like this or not, but dude, you'll never be satisfied. You're always going to want more. You're always going to compare yourself to the next person. And the Bible says comparison is the thief of joy, which you could be real. It does take a lot of joy from a lot of us because we're like, man, this person is doing this. They have this. I don't have this. I'm looking at my account, turn the brightness down. Like, bro, I don't feel worthy to even be out here or be able to do anything. And it's like, bro, you just got to push through that. And pushing through looks different for a lot of people. It's such a cliche term to push through. Like, what does that even look like? What is, oh, I have all these problems going on. I have this and this and that, this bill coming up. This person doesn't like me. This health issue. what does pushing through look like? And honestly, from my experiences so far, pushing through to me honestly just looks like continuing to do the things that you know you have to do in spite of how you feel. Because how you feel really doesn't matter, especially if you're a man. I mean, really anybody, but like even as a man, we can't go and cry and go get pity from somebody as fast as like somebody like a little kid or a female can. I mean, that's just not how we're wired. That's not how we're made. That's not how the world works. Pushing through looks different for everybody, and it could be a it could be a hard challenge for a lot of people. But that's the reason why I say trusting in God and trusting in His plan is going to get you a lot farther than your own strength. Because I'm telling you, if we rely on our own strength, we're going to be like that guy underneath the bar on those 225, on those 245 pound barbells, trying to push it up and it falls right back on our chest. Trusting in God is crucial. The older you get, the more you realize it, the more you deal with, the more you realize it. We can't do things on our own. You have to keep pushing through.